other events do you remember happening here at the clubhouse?
One of the events, well, 3 pop into mind immediately. As a younger child, I remember the harvest dinner. Every fall, the entire community would come out for a big potluck dinner, and if there were fire marshal codes in effect then, we violated everyone because the place was just jammed with as many tables as they could fit in, and these very benches that are still in the room were packed together. And at that time, the lovely kitchen that's here now was not. There was just this little lean-to that they tried to serve out of. And I do not remember the year, but I remember what a big deal it was to build on this lean-to addition of the big kitchen with running water. That was huge. And then people actually had some room to maneuver to prepare the dishes. But big buffet line, people packed in as tightly as they could. And I don't even remember if there was a program or not. If there was some kind of program, they probably shoot us kids outdoors. I just remember how crowded it was, and we saw people, we saw a lot of people in church every Sunday, but there were faces at the harvest supper that we never saw any other time, that my family didn't see any other time. And it was just a reunion time for everybody. How's everybody doing? And the chatter, just nonstop chatter.
Wow.
But this building also was the building where both my parents attended school. And since they were among the Swedish immigrants, Swedish was the only language spoken in their homes. So when the kids showed up here, they were hearing English for the very first time. And both my parents learned English here and then went home and taught their parents English.
Wow. Who were your parents?
My mother's Myrtle Johnson Forsgren, and my father is Gust Forsgren. And they grew up together, though they didn't marry till later in life. They were in their mid-30s when they got married, which was unusual for that era. And so Mom was 43 when I was born.
Wow.
And, but I remember them talking about going to school in this building, how there was a divider in the room there where they would come in the cloak room and put their cloaks and their lunch buckets there, and then they would walk in here. And all 8 grades were here, and then people had to commute to Battleground High School for their high school experience. If they went on to high school. A lot did not go on to high school. But in fact, it was my uncles, I'm told, this is just by hearsay, I'm told it was my uncles who helped run, when automobiles first came out here, ran a shuttle into Battleground.
Oh, I think I remember Miles and Merle Colbert talking about.
I'm sure you did. I understand my uncles were quite memorable people in the neighborhood. But my mother also talks about people who boarded during the week with families in Battleground and would only come home to Venersborg on weekends when they were in high school.